That is outstanding, man. And originally, the Sema cruise kind of started like the cars take off at one. Like, wow, that's an event.
That's a pretty cool deal. And now we're tucked back in the bronze line because they're actually running the Peak Performance Challenge all day. They'll come on, they'll just be taking a little bit of a while. Those guys ran in the morning so they can get out early.
Yeah, that's a new thing to see autocross happening right here.
It's a pretty cool deal. I know our competitors are really excited about it, and I think the response from the fans is really good.
All right, man. Jim, thank you so much for all your help. And we got everybody put your earplugs on. You see what's coming through here? A Hummer on the way. See, Ken? That's why after like 5 hours of this, like, I'm blind, I can't hear, I can't see. That's it, man.
But I love it, man. I can't wait to get a little hit of diesel. I'm ready.
You know, there's a great video of you standing right there inhaling diesel fumes a few years ago.
Yeah, that went over me with my wife. Hey, so if you're wondering, all these cruise vehicles are going to end up on the west lot. That's where we have that new building. And if you didn't get there for any reason this year, you got to check it out. We got West Coast Customs out there. We got a variety of exhibitors. We got this guy. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? There you go. Get him, get him.
I'm taking the vintage blue Coleman cooler on the roof of that Tahoe.
You know, Kevin, what I saw this year was just a wide scope of vehicles. I saw the Scooby-Doo van, and then you see some outrageous Porsche. Just every stop.
Oh yeah,
We got a 40 Duster, and then a Skyline, and then a Porsche, and then a Road Dozer. It was just an awesome festival for your eyes and for your nose.
That's the craziest thing about this show is anything goes. We just saw a C8 Corvette roll by, and of course our friends at Chevrolet unveiled the C8 Z06, both hardtop and convertible here this year at Sema. So every single direction.
The cruise will probably run a little bit quicker than it has in the past, largely because of the fact that many of those larger off-road lifted trucks that you typically see come through the cruise, they're already on the west side. So we're going to have a chance to see those vehicles once we adjourn over to Sema Ignited. It's free, Sema Ignited. They'll revisit that Battle of the Builders competition. There's all kinds of cool entertainment, food, so definitely be a part of it.
Yeah, it's a very cool right-hand drive cars coming through. These guys are smart. They brought their own shade with them because this Las Vegas sun has been pretty hot today, but I'm not complaining. Yeah.
You know, as part of any perfect, I guess, event is the weather, and it was awesome. I was walking around, it was a little sunny, a little cool, people were having a good time. New Supra looking good. What's happening, guys?
We've got some Mazdas. We've got a 57 Chevy sitting here with some custom trim. It's loaded down, but listen to that one. That is Hellcat powered, my friends. A little bit different sounding.
Sweet shoebox, looking good, man.
Heck yeah.
Love the paint. That's the Hell Air, Kev.
That's right. 41 Willies. Really clean, traditional custom slam, big wheels. Guy driving this Ranger is going to go play in the snow when he gets home.
Hey, did you guys have a good time watching the Ford out front?
Yeah, Ford out front was streaming all week. Tire smoke. Jared DeAnd out there calling all the action. It was a lot of fun.
Yep, Vaughn Gidney was out there. We had the Score experience. We talked about the Optima Streetcar Invitational. Those guys are going to end up, Kevin, this weekend at the racetrack.
Yeah, because those cars not only look cool, but they definitely have to perform. And I thought it was really neat to see an autocross component here at Sema this year.
All right, so for you truck lovers, you're going to get a little bit here. You know what's a good thing, Kev? When you see these big trucks, it means that there's a lot of money happening in the industry. People are buying parts. It's easy to get 100 grand in any of these trucks that you see. Gee, we could just buy them stock, they're 80 grand, right?
Well, for sure. And what is really interesting to point out is that the truck market is the biggest segment of the automotive aftermarket. And we see a lot of people who say, man, there's a lot of trucks at the Sema show. And the reason for it is there's a lot of trucks out there in the world rolling around, and even more truck enthusiasts. From vintage ones, like this mid-50s Chevy, you know, all the way up to the new stuff. So whenever you see big wheels and custom suspension, big lift kits, the lighting, the brakes, That's all a great sign that this industry is healthy and that you have options to make your truck however you want, and there's a zillion different ways to do it, all demonstrated here. But right now, we've got a bitchin' little vintage Bronco coming through.
Bronco is big at the show. Ford was out there offering an opportunity to check out all the different versions of the Bronco. But you know how it is. When you see the old ones, that's all you want to be around. Look how cool these are.
That's where it all started, man. And in our shop, we did a 5.0 Coyote swap and a 72 Bronco, similar to the one that just went by. And I'll tell you what, you put some power in those, they don't call them a bucking Bronco for nothing, man. Those things get crazy.
Kev, you know how I am with some of these exotics, right?
I know how you are, Joe.
All right, so I'm going to be good for a little while.
Exotics are definitely part of the show, and it's always great to see them. It doesn't matter who owns them.
For sure. Down and dirty, looking good. Great job, brother. How about a nice little round of applause for this clean little Ford pickup?
These guys in this big Ram have their Golden Camshaft Award coming out of the bed, ladies and gentlemen. But they also brought out Old Glory. Thank you for that. To the great country we live in with the freedom to build cars the way we want. For now. Gotta support that RPM Act, Joe.
Oh, for sure. I was watching Doug Evans hold fort there. There's so many ways. I've heard some folks worrying about whether or not we got the demise of the internal combustion engine. Well, it's not quite that far, but you guys need to be hip on some of the laws, some of the ways folks are trying to keep us away from our hot rods. And we'll unite. We'll keep our stuff tight, but get involved. Check it out on Sema.org. For more information about the show, maybe as you get back home, you can always check out SemaShow.com. You can check her out. Bully Dog Kim.
Yeah.
Another big name here. And I was getting a I was getting a flashback when I saw the Jeep with the Beltec logo. Bring me back to the sport truck days, that Slam sport truck market. That's been hot. That's been really, really hot, the Slam pickup truck market.
Well, and has the Overlander market. And we just saw the Toyota roll by with the overlanding equipment, the tent on the roof and the ladders and all the stuff. So you can go out to Bureau of Land Management land all over the country. Tread lightly, bring your stuff in, camp, hike, do your thing, eat well, and bring all your stuff right back out like you were never there.
And that West Hall, I keep pointing to it, they had an Overlander section there.
They did.
Yeah, it was a new experience.
This SL Benz, by the way, is insane. It's a 190 SL. These cars don't get customized very often because A, they're beautiful from the factory, but B, I think it's a pretty penny to build one of those, Joe.
Getting drafted by a speedster? What we got there, Kev?
Oh, heck yeah. Check out the two-tone with the blue interior on it.
I want to be you.
You don't want to be me, you want to be the guy in the system.
That's what I was pointing at.
You don't want to be me.
One-of-a-kind vehicle, folks. You'll see him here at the Sema Show.
That's right, Joe. This car's brought to you by Acme Rev Limiters.
Yep, wearing my Forgiato shoes, looking good. All right, who are you guys?
Diamond Auto Sport in Sacramento, California.
How was it for you?
Amazing.
All right, well, keep it going. We'll see you over at Ignited.
High revving V12 engines, cars with their own audio systems and their own ACs that blowing hair straight out of the top, man.
Who is this, Kevin? Shakira?
I think so.
What's up, Shakira?
I think it's Shakira Swift.
She told her mother she's going to Las Vegas for a wedding.
That's it, man. Sounds like some of our overall audio display vehicles are finally made.
Marcus. Hey, Marcus. How's your side of the season so far?
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing time. Great show.
I have not seen you not smiling since you got here last week.
I'm not.
Welcome aboard, Marcus.
Is this my guy? Kevin.
Yes, sir.
This car has a turbo heavy in it.
Oh, nice. And a Mustang.
Get over here. How about this sweet little stand, huh?
Beautiful color, super smooth.
All right. Oh, and that Corvair, Kev?
Yeah, I see that.
Another killer. All right, let's stop with my man.
That's not air cooled anymore, Joe.
Hey, that's for sure. Introduce yourself to the crowd.
I am Ted Cornell.
Hey, so this vehicle was on the west side, the new building. And look, it's a new spot, and we're driving a lot of people there. But when we saw that car, it's like, man, we got to get you on the other side. We want more and more people to see this. Tell folks what's stuffed underneath the hood of this car.
Second gen Coyote Rouse's in charge of putting in about 700 horse.
So, you know, there's a lot of Mustang people here. Obviously, Ford's all over the place. What kind of reaction did you get when folks were watching the car and checking it out?
Oh, it was great. The best time I've had with this car yet.
Is it just you're experiencing having a good time, or is it kind of watching everybody else enjoy your car too?
That's my favorite part. Everybody else enjoying the car is my favorite part.
What are you working on next?
Not sure yet. Kind of a secret.
I gave you my business card, right? And what's that mean?
I'll give you a call.
It means next time you don't end up in the West lot, all right?
That's true, but hey, I had a great adventure.
Good to be with you. So we're going to stop the traffic and let you get back in there. Hey, Big Paul. We got the love boat.
Yeah,
Hold on here.
exciting.
Where we going? Lake Havasu? Hey, tell my wife I'll be back in about a week.
We're going on a 3-hour tour.
Come on, Marcus, come on, baby. How's my people up here? Everybody having a good time? Everybody's having a good time up here? How about you?
Hey, Joe, check out this Vision 65 Malibu coming through. Pro Touring custom, perfectly gapped, beautiful color. Just an awesome modified muscle car. And just when you thought you wouldn't see another one of these VW Cruise coming.
All right, Doc.
Awesome.
Well, that was fun.
It's all fun, man.
Sema Cruise 2021, baby. Sweet little Chevelle action up here.
Yeah, beautiful car. All right, Joe, we're getting some off-road performance coming your way next.
Kev, I'm about 2 miles out.
2 miles? Well, there's a super killer 3-door Suburban coming through right now. Big wheels, lowered, super clean interior.
Kev, we're packed to the gills up here.
Awesome, awesome. Very nice 71 Ranchero. The creativity on these cars and trucks is really, really sweet this year. Here's 4 guys in the back having a great time in this truck. Give me a little something. There you go. Yeah, there's an early C10, big blown Whipple charged motor coming out of the hood, a tag axle in back, and a big wing, man. That's something you see every day.
Hey, Kev, I had a really cool gig here at the show this week.
Yeah.
I was hosting the Sema Hall of Fame.
You're right on, man.
This year we inducted Rick Love, our good friend from Vintage Air.
Yep.
We celebrated Jesse Combs.
Yep.
We had our data nerd Bob Moore, as well as Carl Schieber, inducted into the Sema Hall of Fame. And man, you sit down there with Don Prudhomme and Harry Hibbler and Barry McGuire and Chip Foose. Awesome time.
Yeah, you get to hang out with all the cool people, man. Is it?
It's going to be an awesome scene ignited. You know, okay, let's face it, the crowd would, compared to maybe in the past, it may have seemed like there weren't as many people, but I can tell you, if all the people that were in that West Hall were on this side of the street, we wouldn't have missed a beat.
Oh,
You
no.
know, and that's a testament to all you guys who came out here. Again, once we thank you so much for being a part of the show.
For
Thank
sure.
you so much. All right,
A new Bronco.
Bronco, how you doing, brother? My wife said don't touch people. I can't. Yeah, that's just how I am, man.
I'm with your wife on that one, Joe.
I was hugging people. I was giving that mask a beating, though. Gosh.
Yeah. Well, so what were the stats here this week? Everybody, likes to count how many people were here, how many exhibitors, how many cars. We should take a random guess. How many people do you think were here this week?
All right, let's do that. How many people do you think came to the Sema show, sir? You.
Start the bidding at 10,000.
We got one guy says 75,000. We got another guy that says 200,000. Guess what? We were somewhere right in the middle, Kev.
That's right.
Yeah, about 115,000 votes. Okay?
That is so awesome, considering that international travel is still restricted. So that is U.S. only, basically, in force here at the Sema Show 2021.
Kev, as we run those numbers, how about the exhibitors, the number of manufacturers that were on display here at the show? Any idea how many exhibitors were here?
More than I got to see.
How many exhibitors? He said 200 exhibitors? There's 200 exhibitors here. You already played the game, okay? How many exhibitors do you think were here at the show? 500? How about you? You got nothing?
By the way, the 68 Chevelle rolling by is featuring one of those new Tronic TKX 5 transmissions that basically fits in the hole without transmission modifications. Very cool upgrade for your muscle car.
Sorry, Kev, I have a trade show professional with me. Go ahead, Paul.
I was just saying, thanks to Sema and all of you, this was the largest trade show held in North America since March of 2020, pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And you guys were all a part of it.
Awesome. That is
All right.
so great to hear. Automotive enthusiasts came out and said, we're going to do this. The heck with all of it, man. All right, man. Bitch and play. All right, Joe, so we never got our answer on how many exhibitors. Did you get a good guess? How many exhibitors?
Yeah, we had, the numbers were 114, 1,200, 1,200 cars. Pretty stout little numbers there.
That is insane.
I see, Mike, you forgot to take your mask off, too. You know you're outside, right? I know.
Don't stand too close to him. You want him to keep it on.
I went to bed with mine the other night. So have you been over to the west side yet, Mikey? What's going on there?
We have all the 12 finalists in Battle of the Builders staged over there. It started to pick up over there. I took the Hyperloop back. Very cool experience. But yeah, 7:30 we'll announce over there. We'll announce the winners again.
All right. Take that for snuck in.
You know, every year we seem to have a couple of cool bikes roll through here. I think it's just them getting a front row seat of seeing what the Sema Cruise is all about, seeing the cars, and seeing all the happy people. Ladies and gentlemen, so great to see you all here again. Nobody would have thought that you could have flipped the switch and turned this event off like what happened last year, and I'm so glad that switch got flipped back on, and here we are. This is just great.
Hey, Kevin, I spotted two big shots there masquerading as media up there.
Now, which ones?
Well, I don't want to name any names, but one guy used to play in the sandbox over here at the Sema Show for quite a long time. And a lot of what you see here is a result of his efforts. He's my main man, Peter Mack.
Yeah. So rolling up right now, folks, is what I'm going to call like the ideal weekend on wheels. You got your off-road truck, you got a side-by-side, you got a killer boat.
Okay, if I ever came home with this shit, my wife would kill me.
There's a lot of things you do that your wife would kill you. I'm surprised you didn't.
I couldn't afford the propeller on the back of that boat.
Let's just get to know those people real well. Don't mess with them.
Please! Please!
Oh, here it goes.
I know it. just got it last week. She's had one before. You can just tell by looking at her. It's not her first car. All right, another big shot celebrity up there. Any of you guys golf here? Any golfers? Me either. I don't know why he's such a damn big shot. PGA professional golfer, Mr. Joe EDITADO in the house. Joe D, right there.
We got some more Italian rides coming through, Joe. You're Italian.
I am. I get it, kid. I get it. Yeah. I'd rather have a 340 Duster. That's just me. How you doing? What time you gotta have the car back? All right, kid. I'm gonna start drinking and snorting diesel. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be saying in about 20 minutes, so don't hold me to it.
You mean you know now?
What else? Hey, Kev, you know what I did? I wrote a bunch of notes. Every year I do this. I write on both sides of the paper, and I go over it, and I don't read it ever.
Yeah. Well, you know, in a few minutes we'll just have you just start reading that.
All right, so I'm going to read it now. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
A beautiful RC text.
Oh, now this is nice. No, he's going too fast. He's going to get him. Get him, get him. Get that guy in the Lamborghini.
But leave this guy in the GTO alone. This is a beautiful car. But I'll tell you what, let's hear it for our law enforcement officials that are helping us out.
Love them all. Did you see him?
Yeah.
They used to scare the shit out of me when they had those drug sniffing dogs. I used to have to go back to the room and then come back out.
Well, it's a pretty cool detail to be a motor police officer on a motorcycle working this.
Well, especially at double the rate, watching all these cool cars and seeing all these cool people. That's a pretty nice gig if you can get it.
Oh, yeah.
All I knew is I couldn't use their help last night and I couldn't find one of them.
All right, so you're going to tell us what's on your note right there.
All right, so here's what's on my note. Back in 2009, I was saying 2019 earlier, 2009, I asked Peter if we could do a Sema cruise. It's nice to see all these cool cars leaving the Sema show. Now the locals already knew that there was a happening because they put up their lawn chairs and they watch all the cars go back to LA or wherever.
Again.
So I was out there letting out the Optimus Streetcar Challenge vehicles because they had to leave early. And then as soon as they started up those Optimus Streetcar vehicles, people just came around. And as we opened the gate and let them go, people were taking photos and getting excited. And I knew we had a little magic. So did Peter. That next year, we put together the first Sema cruise. It was me, Peter, and Brian Pate. Where's Brian Pate? Brian's one of the senior sales guys here at Sema. And we sat on that stage and it rained, right? I loved it, it rained. And we had one little speaker and one little stage. And to see what it is now, Kevin?
It's insane. Joe, you're basically the second coming of Walt Disney. Walt Disney had a knack of taking things that were just things and turning them into giant events like this. And here's a true example, right? So Disneyland in California opened in, 1955. And the day before this thing opens up, they've got their parking lot, they got the trams going by, they got the rides, everything is pretty much set to go. Walt Disney looks down and he sees some weeds growing that weren't manicured yet, right? Landscaping not quite finished. So what does he do? He looks up the Latin name for each one of those little weeds and hangs a tag on it. And sure enough, that became an attraction, right?
Deception's quite an art, Kevin. We have a lot of work with here.
You recognize an opportunity to bring people together and really enjoy all this and not let this event go to waste. So thank you, Joe, Peter, all you guys who came up with this.
Another noise that scares me, Kevin. Hey, last night, Kevin, I heard pounding on my door.
Wasn't me.
Finally got up and let her out. It was a tough night. Oh, now this is
Check
cool.
out the kick-ass Jeep.
Sweet. Where have I seen this vehicle? Off-Road Expo. That's where I saw you. Anybody go to the Off-Road Expo this year in Southern California? What an event.
Yeah, the one in Ontario.
One in Ontario. We'll be back at Pomona next year. How you doing? Looking good. Who are you with? You couldn't get a girl to go with you or what? How was the show? Great. Work on that date thing, okay? All right. You know, Kev, I can't tell the Corvettes from the Ferraris anymore, or the Testarossas, or the McLarens. They all look so cool.
Yeah. So if you paint a Testarossa a different color, is it still a Testarossa?
I just remember the red one with that khaki beige interior. I never liked that. I did have a David Kimball cutaway at one though, Kevin.
Oh my gosh, remember the David Kimball cutaways?
I do.
All the great exotic cars drawn in such a way that you could see right through them.
Amazing.
One of my favorites was the anniversary of the Chevrolet small block poster. They had Zora Arcus Duntov, and they had the original 283 and the power packs, the 327s, all the way up to, I believe, the LT1 in the early 90s is when that came out. That was really cool.
Kev, looks like one of the Optima streetcar vehicles got lost, huh? What do we got coming up?
Looks like it. License plate says Vanarchy. Gotta love that. We need to change the music to a little clown theme song here as the 47 guys in the three-wheeler jump out. But
Hey, Cam, hold on. Come over, Cam.
it's Cam Douglas, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Cam.
From Optima Battery.
Put you right over here. Cam's kind of our, I don't know, he's our unofficial official master of ceremonies and a grand marshal in my eyes for everything he does. He's one of the biggest supporters of our events. He's an all-around cool guy. Cam, how are you? How was the show for you?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, so glad we came and doubled down this year. So it was awesome.
Yeah, in the meantime, more of these Optima Challenge cars are coming by.
Kev, we're going to have some of them go by while I pick up some time with Cam. Cam, so you're not done for the weekend. You guys are headed out to the racetrack. What can folks expect this weekend?
We did the speed stop. Tomorrow we do autocross and road race. LBMF.
Cam, you've been coming to the SEMA show as long, if not a little bit longer. And I follow you on Facebook. Unfortunately, I'm older than you, and I hate when that shit happens. But you know this event longer and been involved in it in such an intimate way. Was there anything different that struck you about this year's show?
Saw a lot of good energy. It was great. It was busy, and we had a great time. I just think it was a great show.
It's an honor to have you with us. Who do you have with us in the car, Cam?
My wife, Marie.
Marie, thank you for letting us spend so much of this time. We really appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do. Cam Douglas and the team from Optima Batteries. Do me a favor. Go buy an Optima battery tomorrow.
Optima car is a third-gen Camaro. Those things are really getting popular. A lot of people that grew up in the 80s and had a friend with one in high school, they're getting those again. And that 66 Fairlane was really cool too, right after it.
How we do, Warren? See, now the sales guy comes over after we interview the client and get to find out how he did. How we do, guys?
Nice job, Joe. Nice job.
All right.
They had a huge turnout of Optima Challenge cars this year, so we're going to see them sprinkled through the SEMA cruise probably most of the evening here tonight. Killer lowrider, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, check out the paintwork on this Impala as it rolls by. Insane, in the hot Vegas sun. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, there was a couple, I don't know, I saw 3 or 4 really nice lowriders. I didn't see my man Joe from Lowrider Magazine. He may have been flying around there. I did see the folks over at Dub, in that Dub zone, lifted and leveled. All those cool vehicles were out there.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to check out the Motor Trend stage, Kev?
I did as a matter of fact. In fact, my lovely wife Kelly did an interview there with Amanda yesterday, and it was very cool.
You know, when you see iconic brands like Motor Trend and Hot Rod and Four Wheeler, you're still out there active, promoting our hobby. Great publications, great websites, great events. You can always count on those guys, those iconic brands. You can trust in them, so make sure you support them.
Here's an iconic brand, Joe.
There's a couple iconic brands up there. Hold on.
Followed by a Buick GS, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see those very often done pro touring style, but here's one for you.
Kevin, did you dodge the banquet like I did last night?
No, I think I was there.
Sure you were there. Kevin's the MC.
Oh yeah, myself and Jared. It was a lot of fun last night. We had,
I saw you signing autographs. Next thing you need is an agent, right, Peter?
that wasn't an autograph, man. That was a bar tab check.
I did the Irish exit about 20 times. I must save about $2,000 this trip.
You know, one of the cool things about this,
Sit down, your mother's watching.
this automotive culture.
Who's this Tim, Kev?
I don't know, man. got the Scorpion coating for that.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Kev. Go
It's
ahead.
all right. No, when all these styles of cars come together, right? We've got imports from all different countries. We've got the lowriders, we've got the trucks, we've got the muscle cars, we've got late model performance. We've got things with 3 wheels like we just saw. We've got customs and cruisers like that big Lincoln. And you're all in a place like this. And look, everybody just gets along and digs each other's stuff, right? There's nothing but appreciation for all these cars. And that's, I think, unusual in the world right now because we see everybody sitting on Facebook, you know, somebody posts something and then 900 people argue with them. But as car enthusiasts and truck enthusiasts, we need to hang together and support each other, even if it's not your bag, right? Even if you don't like military-style Jeeps or Land Cruisers or street rides. If that's not your thing, you still need to go, hey, you know what, that thing's pretty cool, even though I'm not the guy that built it. Because by getting along, we have a voice, we band together, and we can fight those that are trying to shut us down, which we definitely don't want. So it's really cool to see that we can all get along and celebrate all these different cars like we do here at Sema.
Hey, how about a nice round of applause for our DJ Enoch. He's joining us back again on the crowd there. I asked him to play Boston, long time. Like, I don't even know if he was born when that band was around, Kevin.
Yeah, maybe. Nice retro paint scheme on this new Bronco with the badges and the fade. Looks like a tribute to about 1979. Super, super cool.
All right, we're into it. The Sema Cruise. You guys having a good time so far?
Having a great time, man.
Hey, you know, so many of you that got to be a part of this is kind of cool, but maybe there's somebody back home like that brother-in-law that you hate, or that neighbor down the street who cuts your grass when you're on vacation.
They're not here.
Or that hot chick down the street that you want to talk to. Buy some Sema apparel. Grab a hat, grab a t-shirt. You get one of these Sema Cruise shirts. Go see Kim. Now's the time to do it. They have a apparel station here on the corner. Tons of them over on the west side. Look, this is the time to do it. This is a rebound year for all of us and bring back memories time and time and time again. There's so many cool items outside of the apparel. And I was paid to say this, so go over there and buy something from me, would you please? Good.
Hey Joe, so coming up we see this red, white, and blue two-door Bronco. First of all, two-door Bronco, which is cool. Barely see any of those yet. But this one's labeled up because there was a participant in the Rebel Rally, right? The Rebel Rally is an 8-day, 1,500-mile rally through the desert. You can only navigate with a paper map and a compass, and it's all women competitors. It is so cool.
Is it from the Camel Trophy thread, Kevin? Something along those lines? Or?
Well, I think they compete more to compete and enjoy the journey along the way. And 52 teams, 104 women out in the desert. They went across 3 different states. It's just such a great thing. I hope someday they make one for men to play because I'd love to do it.
Hey, so in addition to Kevin being, I don't know, one of our most knowledgeable, professional hosts here at the Sema Show, he also has a really awesome business building hot rods. Kev, what's going on in the shop with you?
Wow. Well, you know, it was an interesting year, and if you have a hot rod business, a muscle car shop, a restoration shop, and a pandemic comes in and they say the economy is smoked, you start to get nervous. You think, oh my gosh, are we going to be out of business tomorrow? And that's kind of what I thought. But fortunately, we had a great year. Most of these companies here in the automotive performance arena had a great year, and that's really something to say. So today we've got 40 cars in our shop from 7 different countries that we're building. Cars from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all the way up into the 80s. Real popular right now are LS conversions and C3 Corvettes, you know, building and modifying Pontiac Trans Ams. Of course, we always have a bunch of Camaros. We've got a really killer 57 Ford two-door wagon we're building with a Ford single overhead cam. John Kazi built 540, 750 horsepower, dual throttle body fuel injected V8s, all aluminum. That car actually might be here next year. We'll have to see. But yeah, thanks, Joe. We got a lot going on.
How about the podcast?
Podcast is quite fun. podcast called V8 Radio. In fact, our podcast co-host, Mr. Mike Huball-Clark, is over here right at the curve. Raise your hand, Mike Huball-Clark. He's over there at the judges table. V8 Radio, if you want to tune into some of our nonsense, we'd love to have you.
I broke the record for the most swear words by any interviewer.
You did, but we have an editor, so we took care of all that. Hey, Joe, we got some drag week cars coming in here.
Oh, see, this is when it gets good, Kev.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I think drag week, I think Rick Johnson from Gear Vendors, who's done so much to support not only drag week, but those events, all the roadkill escapades. Every time we had any event with Hot Rod where it involved drag racing, Gear Vendors was there. These vehicles not only compete on the track, but they've got to drive to the track the next day and the next day and the next day. They can't be trailing.
Well, without their gear vendor unit, that event is not possible. Because that gear vendor transmission adds overdrive gears to make high horsepower cars be streetable. And they handle like 2,000 horsepower. So nobody in the world would have ever thought that a 5-second quarter-mile car could drive across country. But now that happens.
All right, Kev, I got to check out my man with the green GMC. You know, sometimes I get older, I forget names all the time, but I don't forget faces. Brother, tell everybody who you are. My man, Dom?
Yeah, Dom Tucci from Tucci Hot Rods in Marcy, New York. What's super cool about this truck is here 22 years ago, and now it's back this year.
Nice.
What's really cool is seeing my upstate New York brother come over here and hit Sema hard. You guys had the customized Bronco and the custom Maverick, getting a lot of eyeballs at Ford. The work that you've done starting to get around over there at Tucci Hot Rods. How can folks get a hold of you?
You can find us at TucciHotRods.com on Instagram, and that's about it.
This is Dom Tucci. This is a name you're not going to want to forget. He's going to be one of the hot up-and-coming builders, believe me. Dom, thanks for representing upstate, baby. All right, hold on. We're going to get you back into the flow. Tucci Hot Rods, upstate New York. That ensures me cannolis at next year's SEMA show, Joe Donato.
For sure. Very cool GTR. You know, I hope we get the chance to see the new Z that was unveiled. I don't know if Nissan's going to bring that through the cruise or not. Did you see the new Z, Joe?
I saw what would be described as like the spy illustrations, Kev. I had not. I'm a Z fan. I saw some really cool tricked out 240Zs in the Toyo Tread Pass, but tell me a little bit more about it, won't you?
Well, so right here where we are right now, Monday night, we have an event called the SEMA Monday Night Reveal. And it's a chance to bring in some of the last high-profile vehicles into the SEMA show before the show actually starts on Tuesday morning. So right where you people are sitting underneath that SEMA show banner there's a red carpet ramp, we have a band, we bring out a bunch of cars. One of them that was debuted was the new Z, right? So Nissan has been building the 240, the 280, the 260, the 300, the 350, the 370Z. Now the new one comes out and the DNA visually is right there. It looks like it's part of the heritage of the old ones. But now it's powered by a twin-turbo, 300 horsepower V6, 6-speed manual transmission standard, rear-wheel drive, a couple of custom color options. The gentleman from Nissan that was here, one of the designers of the vehicle, described it as a dance partner. You get in this car and you dance with it. It was so cool to see, and it was revealed right here.
Yeah, there's just so many nice hot rods that you can just go buy. The choices are endless. I always like the intro kit. I always like that next year or two afterwards, because they give you usually a little bit more power, or the X version will come out. They start off slow, so you gotta wait a little bit.
That's a nice 560 SL.
How you doing? You get lost on the way to the car wash or what?
This is our car.
This looks great. What is it? Tell us about it.
87 SL, 560 SL. We did it to do the audio system in it.
What kind of system do you have in there?
It's a retro sound, ground-free system.
Yeah, it's like retro inside the hall there. Nice units. How'd you enjoy the show?
It was a great show. Like 4 people, but it was a great show.
You know, it was quality versus quantity this year, don't you think?
100%, I agree.
And that's not a bad thing. Nice clean Mercedes. Enjoy it. Yeah, Kevin, it's a high-performance car. It's got a new stereo. See, that's what I mean.
Well, you know, Don't tell me you don't like a good stereo with your car.
I'm a Pioneer guy, Ken. Sorry, I'm a little partial.
And you're also a Pioneer.
Oh, A-body, Ken. You know I love them, right?
But this is an SRT duster, man. Check that thing out.
A lot of attention. I remember we'd be able to buy them in recycler for $3,000. Now you couldn't buy them for $40,000. Love these A-bodies. To me, the epitome of a muscle car right here.
I remember when you could buy the 6-cylinder versions for $300.
Yeah, you get those twisters, the lime green twister, the look-alike.
Remember the gold duster?
I certainly do. My sister-in-law had one.
Yeah.
How are you? Good to see you guys. Oh, this is that lady sitting there. Yep.
Check out this 62 Cadillac rolling through.
That's his first time out since the pandemic, right, Yep.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, some guy came over and said hi to me. He wanted me to give the Seattle Seahawks a shout out. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Seattle Seahawks a shout out. This is Raider Town, baby.
Hey, Joe.
Oh, look at that, Ken. That's a Trans Am for you.
Make sure you pull him over up there. That car's got a great story.
What's his name, Ken?
You'll find out, Joe.
Oh, gosh, you got to do all the work. All right, come on. See, when I see these cars, those are like the 79s. They started off those at CB305. Like, I like those 77s with the 400 engines and the 4-speeds, but I know there's no stock 305 in this Trans Am.
No, sir.
All right, how you doing, brother? We're going to have you pull over here. Put it in neutral. Don't run over my new shoes, all right? What's your name?
Jim Miller.
Hey, Jim, tell us a little bit about the TA.
So basically, I got it before my son was born, and they got me fabricated now. And we're here to show it off.
What's your son's name? Hey, Chip, so what's inside the engine here?
LSX 376 supercharged with 2650 magazine.
Take us through the drivetrain to the rear end.
We got springs, drive shaft with the 411s in the rear.
So besides the association with your car, is there another backstory to this build?
Yeah,
People really like it here.
Ford. It's been in my family, and we decided to do it one more time.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a really nice job. I love that paint. I love the fact that it's a project with your kids. We see so much more of that. We're going to get a lot more eyeballs, a lot more attention across the street there at the west side. So thanks for coming on, Chip. Chip and Chip, right? All right, guys, take it easy, man.
I think that was one of the cool.
Nice body kit, Kevin. Yep. Another one of a kind that you only see here at the Sema show. He's from New York, too. Nice. Paul, you doing your job here? Because otherwise, you know, we got HR right down the hall there. Kev, who'd you have dinner with last night?
Let's see, about 4,000 of my closest friends.
We had dinner with Mark Davis, and some of us didn't even know who he was up there, right?
We've got a Gladiator and a half coming up here, Joe, and it's...
Yeah, not now. I'm working here. How you doing? What's your name?
Shelby.
Hi, Shelby. Who's that with you over there, that little troublemaker? Shelly and Sherry? Shelly and Shelby. What kind of trouble you two been getting into? Can I come with you?
Yeah, come on, right here.
Tell us about the truck.
Hop in the back, huh?
Tell us a little bit about the truck.
Custom built cars and students built this. 4 students that just got out of high school built this. Custom built cars.
Awesome, by young kids too. We love it. I'll see you two later. Right in the middle there. That's how I'm gonna end up. You're damn right, Joe. All right, Kevin. More clean trucks looking good. Now here's a vehicle that got a lot of attention when it first broke out, the Gladiator. Now look at it.
Yeah, they're growing like crazy.
Amazing. Little tandem action back there.
That's right.
Camaros, I see them everywhere, Kevin. Everybody's enjoying their time with the Camaro, the true muscle cars. I would screw my hair up if I had to get in and out of that thing, you know, so I gotta watch it.
Well, this one coming up's got a sunroof. That might help.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question. Is this a wrap?
Yeah.
Is there a name for this color?
Cobalt Ocean.
Very cool. Great looking car. I love the wraps because you can change your mind, peel it off, do it again in a different color.
Hey, how you doing? Crank it, baby.
So we got a Sky hijacked F-250 over here. Tell me about the truck.
So it's an homage to the military. It's respect to my family who serves in the military.
What branches?
All four.
Oh, right on. So I like this.
Ones. All four of the major ones.
There you go. So the graphics got the flag, it's got the soldier silhouettes, helicopters. What else have we done with it?
Engine head, back, grill, a little bit of everything.
And how often do you get a chance to use this truck? Is this a show? This is your daily driver.
Absolutely. We're going to build it, might as well use it.
Well, that is the most important thing. Very cool, nice work, and to all of our